Secrets Rich Dad Never Told You. What if everything you've been taught about money was wrong? What if the reason you're stuck living paycheck to paycheck isn't because you don't earn enough, but because you think about money the wrong way? Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad is not just a book about finance. It's a story about two completely different ways of living. And the truth is, the mindset you choose might decide whether you stay broke forever or finally achieve financial freedom. Robert grew up with two father figures. His biological dad, highly educated, with a stable government job, smart, hard-working, respected. This was his poor dad. And then his best friend's father, a man who never finished the 8th grade, but built businesses, invested, and became financially free. This was the rich dad. Both loved Robert, both gave him advice. But those pieces of advice couldn't have been more different. Poor Dad said, study hard, get good grades, and find a secure job. Rich Dad said, learn how money works so you can make money work for you. And that's where the journey begins. Let's go through the core lessons that Rich Dad taught Robert, the ones schools never talk about, but that every wealthy person lives by. Lesson 1. The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them. Think about your own life for a second. How many hours do you trade every week just to earn a paycheck? And the moment you stop working, the money stops too, right? That's exactly how Poor Dad lived. He worked hard, earned well, but spent everything on bills, debt, and lifestyle. Rich Dad had a different approach. He said, don't work for money. Make money work for you. What does that mean? Instead of trading hours for dollars, focus on creating systems and assets that generate income without your constant effort. Investments, rental properties, businesses, royalties, things that keep paying you even while you sleep. This was the first major shift. If you only rely on a paycheck, you'll never escape the rat race. Lesson 2. Assets versus liabilities, the real game. Most people think they know what an asset is. They say, my house is my biggest asset. Rich Dad laughed. Your house is not an asset. Unless it puts money in your pocket every month, it's a liability. Let's make this simple. Assets, things that put money in your pocket. Liabilities, things that take money out of your pocket. Rich people buy assets first. The poor and middle class buy liabilities, cars, bigger houses, new gadgets, but they call them assets. This is why some people earn millions and still go broke, while others with average salaries quietly become rich. So here's the challenge for you. If you looked at your life right now, how many true assets do you actually own? Lesson 3. Schools don't teach financial intelligence. This one hurts. You spend years in school learning math, science, literature, but nobody ever teaches you how to manage money. Poor Dad, a highly educated man, believed education was the key. Go to school, get a degree, and you'll be fine. But Rich Dad knew the truth. The education system is designed to produce employees, not financially independent people. Rich Dad said, it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep, how hard it works for you, and how many generations you keep it for. Financial intelligence means understanding taxes, debt, investments, markets. It means asking better questions. Poor Dad said, I can't afford it. Rich Dad said, how can I afford it? One statement closes your mind. The other opens it. Lesson 4. The fear and greed trap. Why don't more people achieve financial freedom? It's not lack of opportunity, it's fear. People are afraid of losing money, so they avoid risks completely. But here's the irony. By avoiding small risks, they accept the biggest risk of all, staying poor forever. On the other hand, greed drives people to spend their paycheck the moment they get it. They buy things they don't need to impress people they don't like. Rich Dad taught Robert that money alone doesn't control you. Your emotions do. Fear and greed are what keep you stuck. To break free, you need knowledge and emotional control. Ask yourself, are you being controlled by fear and greed, or are you in control? Lesson 5. Don't climb the ladder, own it. Poor Dad said, work your way up the corporate ladder. Rich Dad said, why not own the ladder? Entrepreneurship, even in small steps, teaches you skills that no job can. Leadership, problem solving, selling, negotiating, and it gives you leverage. Instead of being one person working for money, you create systems where money and people work for you. This doesn't mean everyone needs to quit their job tomorrow, but it does mean you should start thinking beyond just a salary. Lesson 6. Work to learn, not just to earn. This might be the most underrated lesson. The poor ask, how much will this job pay me? The rich ask, what will this job teach me? Robert once took jobs that didn't pay much, but they taught him sales, marketing, investing, communication. Those skills later made him millions. Every skill you pick up is like a tool in your toolbox. And one day, when the opportunity comes, those tools will allow you to build something incredible. Lesson 7. The rat race never ends unless you escape. Most people follow the same cycle. Work hard, get paid, spend more, take on debt, work harder, it never stops. That's the rat race, Rich Dad said. The only way out is to build enough passive income from assets so that your lifestyle no longer depends on your paycheck. That's real freedom. And here's the shocking truth. Escaping the rat race doesn't require millions. Sometimes just a few smart investments, a small business or rental property, can cover your expenses. At that moment, you're free. The final truth. At the end of the day, the biggest difference between Rich Dad and Poor Dad wasn't money. It was mindset. Poor Dad said, get a job, save money, retire. Rich Dad said, build assets, create cash flow, buy freedom. The choice is yours. So here's my question to you. Whose advice are you following in your life right now? Rich Dad's or Poor Dad's? Because the secret that no one tells you is this. Financial freedom is not for the lucky few. It's for anyone willing to change the way they think. And if you change your thoughts about money, you change your entire future.